Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back. This is HD StarCraft, and how's it going today? It's time for another StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm broadcast, and soon I'm going to have some more Wings of Liberty games, but I have one last HOTS game I want to do for today, and that is going to be Morrow versus LoganLarson. So we have Morrow as the red Terran player up here in the top right hand corner, and LoganLarson, that's going to be so hard for me to pronounce, I'm just going to call him Logan for short. He will be the blue Protoss in the bottom left hand corner, and the map is Howling Peaks. I want to go ahead and thank the person who sent this replay in. Don't think it was any one of the players, but rather just, I guess, one of the friends of the players, or something like that. So on one hand here, we do have a pro Terran player. Used to be Zerg, kind of switching around a little bit, but going back to Terran at the end of the day. And a little bit of banter here. It looks like Morrow saying patch 6, it's alright, but Tempest change is retarded. I guess Terran players have been having a hard time dealing with Tempest lately in PvT. To be honest with you guys, I haven't been playing since patch 6 was released. I've just been a little bit busy, so I haven't had time to play much on the ladder, but if that's the case, that's some interesting developments. And I guess the problem that Terran would be having here is that since the Tempest comes out without the requirement of a fleet beacon now, they come out so early, and Terran, I guess, wouldn't really have a way to deal with that. Marines aren't good enough because they don't have enough range. Widow Mines aren't good enough because they don't have enough range. And I guess Vikings are the only way to really deal with early game Tempest. So we'll see if Logan here decides to go for some Tempest play. Right now he is mining gas and he's got a gateway down. Pretty standard opening from him. He'll probably look to go for an expansion after the Cybernetics core, probably around 26 supply or so. And we'll see if he decides to get the Mothership core before or after the Nexus. And what is this SCV trying to do? There it is, trying to drop a CC down. So Morrow is going for a 1-Rax gasless expand, and he's lifted off the Rax here, and it's just going to try to place it at the front door. Interesting that he didn't try to wall off with the supply depot and a Rax. Like this supply depot right here, he could have thrown it up here to help wall off early on, because I know a lot of times Terran players have trouble when the Protoss rushes a Zealot. And honestly, if a Zealot gets by your front door and you don't have it walled off, obviously it's going to get by, and it's very hard to micro Marines against a Zealot. So I guess Morrow just knows, and he's confident enough in his micro to deal with a situation like that. And what is going to happen here, man? Will Logan go for some Tempest play? SCV comes inside, just scouting, just checking out the scene. No Mothership core as of yet from Logan. I guess he's just going to go right for a Nexus instead. Yep, there's a Nexus already warping out, so it's about halfway done. Completely bypassing the Mothership core early on in this game. And like I said before, what do you do to deal with an early game Tempest if that is the situation, if that's like the thing that's very hard to counter right now? Like I said before, I think Vikings are the only way to stop that. So if Morrow does get a quick starport here, would not be surprised at all. He is getting a factory right now. No reactor on the racks though? Interesting. There it is. So there's the reactor on the racks. And usually you want to get that so you can reactor your factory and go ahead and start pumping out Widow Mines or Hellions, depending on what you want to go with. Couple of Marines making their way over to the left. Ah, interesting. He's going to work down the rocks early on. A preliminary breakdown of these rocks. I actually don't know if I like that, because if Protoss throws a pylon right here and starts warping down below the cliff, you're very hard pressed as a Terran to stop that, because now the rocks are in your way. That's interesting. But he's going to start working it down regardless. You'd think most Terrans would just go ahead and expand right here anyways. One Stalker making its way over to the front door. There is a Stargate on the field for Logan, so we might see some of those Tempests coming out. Also a robotics facility as well. And I guess the reason why you want to go ahead and get a Robo here, you guys might be wondering, why get a Robo if you're going to go for Tempest? Well, obviously observers are still very good, but also because if you are going to deal with Widow Mines, you need a way for your to see them, and observers are you know, a unit that provides detection for the Protoss players, so that's quite necessary. don't want to fly your Tempest over Widow Mines. And look at this, we got a factory tech labbed for siege tanks. So we're gonna have siege tanks on the way here, and another factory going on the reactor. And is he gonna make Widow Mines out of that? Of course he is. So Morrow here is gonna have a tank Widow Mine strategy to deal with the Protoss in base command center as well. Third Nexus coming down. So far, very passive game. Nothing crazy happening yet. But you know what, guys? That Tempest is on the way. Remember, guys, it doesn't require a fleet beacon now, so it comes out very quickly. And here it is. It's on the field. And Observer is going to be able to provide the detection necessary in case there are mines out there. There are a couple of mines at the front door right now. Where is Logan going with this Tempest? Ah, he's going to go all the way around the back. Is he going to try to camp it back here behind this? Oh, that's just abuse on this map. If he can get it back there, that could be devastating. I don't know how Morrow would be able to deal with that. And like I said before, and like Morrow said in the beginning, Tempests now are very good against Terran. And he does not have Vikings on, or a starport really. He's just making another factory. And here we go, man. The Tempest is behind the mineral line. Logan is here. And derp. Here comes Morrow with a couple of Widow Mines. Gonna try to burrow them down to prevent the Tempest from attacking him. But now the Widow Mines are under attack. And look at this. Morrow has to repair the mines to keep them alive so that the Tempest doesn't just go ahead and start attacking his SCVs. This is interesting metagame here, and I actually have not seen a Terran versus Protoss lately in Heart of the Swarm at this kind of level, so this is very interesting. And actually, just the fact that there's a Tempest here forces the Terran to lose all this mining time from these 3 SCVs, and now that a second Tempest is inbound as well. Wow, I actually think Logan could just start focusing down SCVs that are repairing right now. More SCVs have to be called off the line to keep this Widow Mine alive. And that is a lot of lost mining time for the Terran player. I'm surprised Logan isn't just... Why doesn't he just focus the SCVs? I think that would be such a better idea. He could start killing off the workers right now. And look at this. Morrow says he's had enough of this. He hates the Tempest, he says. He's just going to push out with everything he's got. And now finally the Tempests are going to start attacking the SCVs. And look at that. 25 damage a shot. Just 2-shotting workers. And now going back to work on the Widow Mine, and 1 mine is going to fall. Second mine now starting to go down. SCVs have to be pulled off the line. The Widow Mine, if it goes down, there's nothing protecting the workers back here. And meantime, Morrow just making an attack, like I said before, he doesn't care. Burrowing the mines forward. Gonna try to throw up a couple bunkers and sieging up his tanks. He's gonna contain the Protoss player. Wow. But look at this. Logan says no, he's gonna push forward. He activates all the mines. The mines detonate. Now they're on cooldown. There are too many zealots there. 1 more mine burrowing down, but there's just too much firepower here. All the tanks have gone down, and Morrow's contain is broken. Meantime, the 2 Tempests are still working on this Widow Mine. And now it looks like Logan says, ah, you've been repairing? Well, I'm going to attack your SCVs and force you to pull more SCVs off the line. Oh, this is just abusive. And I guess Blizzard is really going to have to do something about the Tempest, because just having a unit with this much range before Fleet Beacon, which basically makes it a tier 2 unit, it seems to be a little hard for Terran to stop. Just a little bit. And where are the Vikings? It looks like he's producing Vikings right now, but he doesn't have enough. He needs, I'd say he needs at least 4 to 5 if he wants to kill off these Tempests. And look at these SCVs, man. They have just been in the most stressful working environment you could possibly imagine. Look at this Widow Mine, though. Morrow is kind of returning the favor a little bit. Look at the mine. It's about to detonate, and there it goes. Wow, a couple of probe kills right there. So, hey, he's been doing a good job harassing the Protoss as well, but Logan is doing a much better job of that. And now, finally, the Tempests have gone down. So, it looks like Morrow can breathe a sigh of relief now. and say, wow, the Tempests are finally dead. I can mine happily now. I don't have to deal with repairing Widow Mines. That's not what my SCVs were born to do. And now I can go on the offensive once again with my Hellions. Widow Mine back in the natural was killed off, I guess, by an Observer. And now Morrow is starting to dish out quite a bit of economic damage. He has killed off more workers than the Protoss has, now going up to 26 workers killed and putting Logan down to only 52. Very nice Hellion harass right there. That was just as clean as you could possibly be. Squeaky clean. Run in, shoot, you know, hit and run, and then get out of there. So very nice job by Morrow. But the Protoss is on 4 bases. Logan right now has the middle expansion on the map. He might have lost a lot of probes, but you know what? As a Protoss, you've got Chrono Boost. You can remake those probes as pretty quickly. And now he's converting into, look at this build, look at this composition, Immortal Archon Stalker, mixed in with a sprinkle of charge lots. I wonder how this is going to do against Terran Mech, and you know, to be honest with you guys, more Vikings are in production right now. I think Morrow here, you know, making Vikings originally to counter the Tempest, and then still making Vikings because he thinks there's going to be Colossus on the field. He's going to be really, really sad to find out that there's not a single Colossus here. And his Vikings, I mean, they can go into landed mode, but that's really all they can do. That's really not much. Vikings in landed mode are quite pathetic. And this army from Logan, so big. How in the world is Morrow going to be able to deal with that? He needs more mines, he needs more tanks, he needs to convert his Hellions into Hellbats. Right now, the Widow Mines in the front are going to die. A couple mines just going down for free. Tanks now have to siege up. And a pylon being placed at the cliff's edge. That could be very annoying for the Terran player. Morrow will need to find a way to get rid of that pylon, but to get rid of that pylon requires him to get out over here to kill it, which means crossing into the middle of the map, which is completely controlled now by the Protoss presence. Couple more Hellions coming around the backside right now. We do have transformation servos upgrading. That's the reason why Morrow hasn't made them into Hellbats yet. It's because he can't. He doesn't have the upgrade. And he's trying to just buy time with these Hellions so that Protoss does not attack. Logan has too many Stalkers at home though, so these Hellions aren't going to do anything at all. But Logan also playing pretty passively in the middle of the map, not pressuring right now. He could certainly warp in some units with that proxy pylon, if he wanted to. Let's check the upgrades on the Forge here. 1-1 with 2-2 on the way. Terran player Metal currently sitting at 2 weapons, so upgrades pretty similar. We do have 1 vehicle plating about to finish. But I don't, you know what, I don't think Logan is going to attack. I think he's going to wait for, nope, never mind. I was going to say, I think he's going to wait for more Stargate units as Fleet Beacon is coming as well. But he is going in right now. Vikings are going to land to provide support. And that's a lot of Archons and Immortals. Oh god, the Hellbats have finally come, but it's too late. And just a crushing attack on both sides. GG calls Morrow. LoganLarson wins the game. And I'll start it off with some pretty sick Tempest abuse. I mean, this, what do you do against this? This is nasty as all hell. Look at how long they preoccupied the SCVs for. I guess Morrow could have made more Vikings earlier on, but if you make Vikings that early on against Protoss, you guys have to understand that completely limits your ability to hold off any type of ground attack. You just won't have a ground army, period. And I guess a lot of this came down to Morrow's big attack here. This contained just not enough to hold the Protoss down. And a bold move, actually, by Logan to push out, like, right then and there. Before the Terran really started to get set up, he just said, screw it, I'm going to push out now, cross my fingers and hope for the best. And that was a good game of StarCraft 2. We'll see what Blizzard does about the Tempest here, because this is pretty strong. We'll see what happens. This is HD StarCraft. I'm signing out to the next video. Hope you guys enjoy. Take it easy.